Hello and welcome to today's video diary for Finding My Way with Pi, Purpose, Intention, and Emotion. I am Pi. You know, it's pretty interesting when you figure out how to be the observer of yourself, really, and the emotions that you're feeling and what may be coming up in any given moment or day. And not that, I'm not always perfect at this. I'm human. The emotions are automatic for me as well. I often feel it in my body before I can process through it. But definitely it's a practice I'm working on returning to be the observer. And I just want to take a minute to laugh for a second because so much of this work for me of examining emotions, putting the effort into understanding myself and all of that, and that inner voice that, I guess sometimes if people on the street could hear how you talk to yourself, they'd be like, oh my gosh, right? I want to bring a little humor to this because this work is so serious and often and difficult to separate from the emotion that can feel overwhelming, that's lodged in your chest or your throat or your pit of your stomach or whatever may be going on. And so I think humor is a way to go big picture. It's a way to laugh at ourselves. In a healthy way. It's a way to accept what's going on. So if I were to listen to my innermost negative voice, it would sound something perhaps, and I've been effort of will to try to make sure it doesn't sound like this week, but I'm still human and I find myself kind of sinking into it. And I think that that's because for years I negative self-talk to myself, and it's a habit. It's an unhealthy one, but it is a habit. And so it's something that I need to stay vigilant about and always guard against and interrupt it, disrupt the negative pattern. But if I were to say it out loud, what my negative self-talk this week has been, it would be something like this. Geez, you couldn't head off a crisis of mental health for one of your kids. You failed at that, you failed at your corporate job, and left that and couldn't handle that. Maybe I just can't stand the heat in the kitchen. And also, just as another example of what a loser I may be, my family footed the bill to bring my family to them during Christmas so that we could go visit them in another state. Let's flip this around and laugh a little. I am a survivor of some incredibly difficult experiences, and I thrived for 20 years in a corporate job. I decided to resign. I am rebuilding myself and rediscovering myself and getting an education in something I love that will continue to fuel doing the work that I love in this world that I was called to do. And yes, we did accept a gift from my family to bring us to them during Christmas so that we could all be together. And isn't that a blessing and a gift? And I'm so happy that we have that love in our lives. What you say to yourself matters. What you believe from what you say to yourself matters. The words we use towards ourselves make a difference in how we show up in this world. I was feeling myself, not feeling great about myself today. And I'm like, what is going on? Yes, it's been an intense week, but what's going on? And there it was. Ugh, man, I thought I was doing a good job this week and not succumbing to the negative self-talk or any of that stuff that was going on. I had felt calm. I had felt like I navigated this situation with my kid in a way that I felt proud about. And I've had a lot of parenting moments I have not felt proud about. So here I get to the end of this week and this pops up and it's like, what in the heck am I feeling? What is going on? Oh my gosh. I'm buying my own negative self-talk again. Let's not. So maybe it's not like a stand-up comedy, ha-ha humor, but it is a little bit of like, let me advocate for myself here against myself and make sure that what I've got going on inside of my head is not influencing my mood, my well-being, how I interpret and understand the world and myself in the world, how I move about it and make choices and decisions. So that's what I wanted to reflect on today. And as a reminder to myself, it's so important to make sure that I know what I'm saying in my own head and how I'm talking to myself. I've been writing so much poetry this week. One should be premiering here soon on the Poetry by Pi. Wow, that was really hard to say. Poetry by Pi playlist. It's called To Be Me and is inspired by Ralph Waldo Emerson. I wrote another one today called Compassionate Mama, and I will premiere this over the next couple of days as well. And it is really, I feel like was a way to capture for me that essence of what does my child most need to hear right now while they're going through this very difficult experience. And I cried a lot while I wrote it. My heart's certainly in it. I can't wait to share it with you all, so look out for that coming up in the next few days. Thank you for being with me on this journey. I'm so glad that you're here, and I hope it helps you too. I'll see you tomorrow.